Dear students, in this particular session, I will discuss how to draw the vertical stress distribution diagram on a given vertical plane at a given distance, that means radial distance, under any point load. Okay. So for this purpose, I will take one illustration. So with the help of this particular illustration, you can understand the procedure involved in it. Okay. So to determine the vertical stress distribution on a vertical plane at a distance of 2 meter under point load of 100 kilonewton. So this is the problem statement. So here, while reading the problem, you will come to know that so the radial distance 2 meter it is mentioned, as well as the point load of 100 kilonewton is also mentioned. Okay. So the point load is Q, which is nothing but what, 100 kilonewton, and the radial distance R will be equal to 2 meter. So let us take these two and we will substitute these two parameters in the standard Boussinesq equation for point load. So which is nothing but sigma z is equal to 3q divided by 2 pi into z cube divided by r square plus z square to the power of pi by 2. Now if we substitute, so sigma z is equal to 3 into q, it is 100, divided by 2 pi into z cube divided by r square. So r square is nothing but what, 2 square plus z square to the power of 5 by 2. So if you simplify further, so 300 divided by 150 into z cube divided by, so 2 square is there, 4 plus z square to the power of 5 by 2, to the power of 5 by 2. If we simplify further, the equation takes the form like this. So sigma z is equal to 47.75 z cube divided by 4 plus z square to the power of 5 by 2, to the power of pi by 2. Okay, 47.75 into z cube divided by 4 plus z square to the power of pi by 2 will be the final form of this particular equation. So now in this particular equation, so we will substitute the different values of z, that means the depth, and we can evaluate the value of sigma z. So that is nothing but the magnitude of vertical stress. Now let us see the value of sigma z corresponding to the value of depth. So that is nothing but z. So if we substitute the different values of z, so z in meter and sigma z always you remember in kilonewton per meter square. So z in meter. So 0, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter and 4 meter interval I will take, that is the depth. Corresponding values of sigma z are 0, 0.85, just we can verify this one, you can verify. Okay, after substituting the values of z, okay, in the particular equation. So 0.85, then for 2 it will be 2.11, for 3 it is 2.10, and for 4 it is 1.7. Okay, 1.7. So these are the set of values, that is nothing but vertical stress magnitudes. Okay, magnitude of vertical stress corresponding to the z value. Okay, now if we plot the variation of the vertical stress, so like this you have to represent on a normal graph paper. So q is equal to 100 kilonewton, which is acting on the surface. Okay, so this will be the line of action of the applied load, point load. Okay, so we are talking about the influence of this point load 100 kilonewton at a radial distance of 2 meter away from this line of action. Okay, away from this line of action. So you can draw a reference line like this. So now the distance, you can highlight this is nothing but 2 meter, so which is the value of r here. Okay, r, radial distance. Okay, now along this vertical axis, so this is nothing but the depth value we have to mention. Okay, depth values you have to mention. So this is 0.1 sorry 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter and 4 meter. Okay, so I will write here somewhere 1, 2 meter, 3 meter and 4 meter. Okay, so this is nothing but what, the depth values. Okay, depth values in terms of meter, it is in terms of meter. Now if we draw the points, corresponding points, so before that we have to mark the sigma z axis also. Okay, sigma z axis also. So let us have the sigma z axis from here. Okay, so this is nothing but what, the sigma z values in kilonewton per meter square, in kilonewton per meter square. Okay, the values we can take here, it is nothing but about 0.5, okay, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Okay, so this is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Okay, now we will try to plot the points. Okay, try to plot the points here. So 0 means 0, so the first value is 0, so 0. Okay, so this is nothing but what, here only it is. Okay, 0 depth, 0 kilonewton per meter square. Next, so this one, so 1 meter depth 0.85, so 1 meter depth 0.85, so 1 meter here, so 0.85 somewhere here. Okay, so then 2 meter 2.11, 2 meter 2.11, so 2 meter 2.11, 2.11 maybe here. Okay, 2.11. Next 2.10, slightly less than that, 2.10, and the last one is 4 meter, so which is nothing but 1.7. Okay, 1.7 somewhere here. Okay, 1.7. so now if we draw all these points, okay, or it is nothing but we can join, if we join all these points, we are going to get the curve like this. Okay, so this is nothing but what, the vertical stress distribution diagram on the vertical plane at a radial distance of 2 meter under the given point load, under the given point load. Now here the interesting things what we are going to observe from this particular plot are nothing but, so just see here, so as we move deeper depth, the influence of the applied load is going to diminish, that is nothing but what, you can observe here, the sigma z values will increase up to a certain point, but beyond this particular point the value will be again start decreasing. So that is nothing but what, ultimately beyond a certain depth, so that is nothing but what, the here in this particular case 2 meter, let us take 2 meter, beyond this particular depth 2 meter, so the value of the vertical stress again starts decreasing. So that is nothing but what, the point number 1 we have to observe. Okay, number 2, that is nothing but what, here in this particular condition, so as the depth, if it is as you are moving in the radial direction, so it is nothing but what, 2 meter, if we take the evaluate the sigma z value by taking r is equal to 4 meter, for example here. Okay, you can draw one more vertical stress distribution diagram. The influence or the value of sigma z due to the applied point load will be still lesser than these values, okay, will be still lesser than these values. That is nothing but what, as we move away from the line of action of the applied load, okay, with the magnitude of vertical stress, it starts, it is nothing but what, diminishes, okay, the influence or the effect of the point load in terms of sigma z, so vertical stress, it will be decreasing. So there is nothing but what, there are two important observations that you have to notice here from this particular illustration. So that's all about the vertical stress distribution diagram. So we have discussed the construction of the isobar, the construction of the pressure distribution diagram on a horizontal plane, as well as we have discussed the construction of vertical stress distribution diagram on vertical plane. Okay, so some in the exam it may be asked to plot an isobar of given intensity, or to draw the vertical stress distribution diagram on a horizontal plane or on a vertical plane, so etc. So in that particular occasion, so you can refer this particular illustration, so you can solve uh, doing these many steps. Okay, so this is nothing but what, regarding the pressure distribution or stress distribution diagrams. Okay, now let us discuss some problems, numerical problems based on the Boussinesq point load equation. Okay, Boussinesq point load equation. So let us see, let's try to solve. Okay, so problem number 1, the base of a tower consists of an equilateral triangle frame of 6 meter side, on the corner of which the three legs of the tower is supported. The total weight of the tower is 600 kN, which is equally carried by all the three legs. Compute the increase in the vertical stress in the soil. Take point 5 meter below one of the legs. Okay, so this is the problem given. Okay, so it is a condition, it is a case of a tower. Okay, a tower, right? So this is the tower. Let us take, okay, this tower. So the total weight of the tower is about 600 kilonewton. Okay, 600 kilonewton. So the load carried by each tower, the legs of the tower. Okay, so 600 by 3 is equal to 200 kilonewton. So load carried by each leg is nothing but what, 200 kilonewton. Okay, so further, these legs are spaced in the form of an equilateral triangle. So like this, if you draw up the plan, so 6 meter, 6 meter, 6 meter. Okay, so these corners, we have the legs which are carrying the load of 200 kilonewton. Okay, 200 kilonewton all will be carrying. So 200, 200, 200. Okay, so now let us take the leg P. Okay, P, let us take this leg as Q, let us take this leg as R, P, Q, R. Okay, so let us have sigma Z P, okay, sigma Z P at a depth 5 meter, okay, at a depth 5 meter. So that is nothing but what, Z is equal to 5 meter depth we are taking. Okay, so now sigma Z is at P at 5 meter depth, so which is equal to, we have the equation, you remember that equation I think, so 3q divided by 2 pi, so 3q, q is nothing but the point load, since all the three legs are carrying the equal point load, so the equation which can be, which I will write again, so 3q divided by 2 pi into z cube divided by r square plus z square to the power of 5 by 2, right? So here Q is nothing but what, 200 kilonewton, that will remain same. Okay, Z is also same here, so that is nothing but what, at 5 meter depth we are going to take, we are going to calculate the value of the vertical stress beneath the point P. Okay, so the depth will remain same. Then comes R. Okay, R will be changing here. So for example, if you take the R value, okay, R value, so R value is nothing but what, this. Okay, there are three different influences, so that will be acting now in this particular condition. So one is nothing but what, due to uh, the point, the load which is applied on p itself, so which means r is equal to 0 for this condition. Okay, so now the second one is nothing but the due to the adjacent load of 200 kilonewton which is acting at point r. Okay, at point r with a radial distance of 6 meter. So this is nothing but what, r is equal to 6 meter we have to consider. Similarly, there is one more point q. So the r value here also it will be nothing but what, 6 meter. Okay, so this we have to consider. So r will be equal to 0 if we consider the load applied on the p itself. Then r is equal to 6 we have to consider when we are taking the influence of the applied load 200 kilonewton at r. Similarly, r is equal to 6 meter we have to take when we consider when we are considering the influence which is of applied load of 200 kilonewton at point q. Okay, so likewise we have to analyze this particular problem. Okay, now if we take this one, so we can take out the constant factor. So that is nothing but what, q is constant as well as z is constant, z cube is constant. The only thing variable is nothing but what, r here. Okay, so but this r value we have to evaluate for three different points. So point p for point r, point for point q. Okay, so let us see, so what is going to happen here in this particular condition. Okay, now if you take, so sigma z is equal to what, sigma z summation of sigma z p plus sigma z q plus sigma z r. Okay, so now since I said already 3q it will be constant, so 3q is nothing but 200 kilonewton divided by 2 pi. Okay, z cube is also constant, so z cube is nothing but what, 5 cube is also constant. Now into the bracket. Okay, bracket 1 divided by, so there are three conditions as I said, one is p itself, another q, another one is r. Okay, so r square, as we are talking about p itself, r is nothing but 0 square. Okay, 0 only, plus z square, so that is nothing but 5 square to the power of 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by, so next is nothing but due to q, so r will be equal to 6 there. Okay, 6 square plus 5 square to the power of 5 by 2. Similarly, the last one is 1 divided by 6 square, again r, okay, with the radial distance r is equal to 6 meter from p point. So r 6 square plus 5 square to the power of pi by 2. Okay, to the power of pi by 2. Now if we uh, simplify this, or if we calculate, okay, so the answer will be coming around, I will write here 4.64. Okay, 4.64 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, 4.64 kilonewton per meter square, which is nothing but the value of sigma z. Okay, so that we have calculated now the value of sigma z, that is nothing but the magnitude of the vertical stress beneath the point p. Okay, so as it is said that, so we have to compute the increase in the vertical stress in the soil at a point below one of the legs. So below the p point we have considered, p leg we have considered, and the value is going to be 4.64 kilonewton per meter square. Since it is equilateral triangle, if you take q or if you take r leg, the value remains same only. Okay, so one will be 0 only. If you take q itself 0 only, so then p r will be is equal to 6, and the for r, so that is nothing but small r is going to be 6 again. Okay, so the value will remain same. Okay, in any particular case, if you take p also, if you take q also, if you take r beneath the r also, the value will not change. Okay, so this is about the solution. So we will further move and we will try to solve another problem. Okay, another simple problem. So point loads 64 kilonewton, 64 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton and 21 kilonewton are 1.5 meter apart in a straight line at the surface of soil mass. Calculate the resultant stress. Calculate the resultant stress produced by these loads on a horizontal plane, okay, on a horizontal plane 1 meter below the surface and also halfway, okay. I'll try to read once again. So these point loads are at a distance 1.5 meter apart, okay, at a distance 1.5 meter apart. For example, these three is here, so which are acting on the surface. So 64 kilonewton, so 15 kilonewton and 21 kilonewton, they are 1.5 meter apart from each other, okay, 1.5 meter apart from each other. Calculate the resultant stress produced by these loads on a horizontal plane. Horizontal plane we have to consider at a depth of 1 meter. So Z will be equal to 1 meter here, okay, 1 meter. So we have to consider now first condition as beneath that points only, okay, beneath that points only. For example, here, okay, so this is the one point, okay. So assume that, so first condition, okay, assume that the first condition. So we are calculating the vertical stress which is produced beneath the point of this one. So that is nothing but what, say a point it is, okay, a point, okay, beneath 64 kilonewton, okay, at a depth 1 meter. Now there are three influences, okay, there are three influences. First is nothing but what, the influence by 64 kilonewton. The second one is nothing but what, influence produced by 15 kilonewton, 64 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton, and the third influence which is obtained, it is nothing but due to 21 kilonewton, okay. So there are three influences, okay, on this particular point, okay. When we calculate the vertical stress, all these influences have to be considered. Similarly, if you take this particular point, so that is nothing but what, beneath the point of 15 kilonewton, okay, say B point, okay, B point. Now there are three influences again. So one is 15 due to the 15 kilonewton itself. The second one is nothing but due to the adjacent applied load 64 kilonewton, and the third one is nothing but the adjacent 21 kilonewton, the applied load. So it is having three influences, okay. Similarly, if we take the third condition, okay, third point, so which is nothing but what, say here, this is nothing but C, okay. C also will be having the three influence. First is nothing but due to the 21 kilonewton only, okay. So then second one is nothing but due to this load, so that is nothing but the adjacent 15 kilonewton applied load, then due to 64 kilonewton, okay. So there are three influences again, okay. So what we are going to take is nothing but the influences in the sense. So the value of r by z we have to evaluate first, okay. So as the radius distance, okay, radial distance will alter, okay. So although z remains same, radial distance alter. So as the radial distance will alter, so the table we have to refer for taking the value of corresponding value of IB. IB is nothing but what, Boussinesq influence factor. IB is nothing but what, Boussinesq influence factor. So for each condition we have to consider we have to observe the Boussinesq influence factor from this particular table which is given in the problem, and we have to utilize that value to evaluate the value of sigma z for our condition, okay. So this is the first condition. The second condition is nothing but what uh, the in the problem it is said that also halfway. So we are going to consider the halfway, the midpoint. Okay, midpoints also. Additionally, we have to consider two conditions or 2 points. So it is nothing but D and E here. Okay, D and E here. So these are the midway of 15 and 64 kilonewton, and E is nothing but it is the midpoint of 15 and 21 kilonewton, spaced at 7.5 meter, 0.75 meter apart. Okay, 0.75 meter apart, because it is nothing but what total 1.5 meter. So midway in the sense, so it is nothing but what 0.75, here also 0.75. So this is nothing but what, how the this problem can be analyzed before solving. Okay, so first we have to understand that one, so then we can solve the actual problem. Okay, now let us see the first condition. So that is nothing but what, beneath the those load applied loads only we will try to calculate, right? Okay, now we have got the Bose-Einstein equation, another form of Bose-Einstein equation, which is nothing but what, sigma z is equal to q by z square into ib. If it is given in the problem, we can utilize the same form. Okay, if it is not given in the problem, you have to utilize the same form by referring to this particular table. We have to understand that this particular form is required. Okay, so then we have to write this particular formula only. So sigma z is equal to q divided by z square into ib. Okay, now there are three loads. I will rewrite the condition which is given here. Okay, there are three loads. So 64 kilonewton, so 15 kilonewton and 21 kilonewton. Okay, so we are calculating at a depth of 1 meter. Okay, so depth is nothing but what, so z is equal to 1 meter, right? So z is equal to 1 meter. Let me write here. So z is equal to 1 meter. Okay, so then radial distances we have to consider. Okay, radial distances, for example, this is the plane. Okay, this is the plane that on which we have to consider the influence or the vertical stress. So this is the one point, this is second point, and this is third point. So let us take A, let us take B and C. Okay, having a depth, the horizontal distance are spaced apart 1.5 meter spacing. Okay, 1.5 meter spacing we have to consider. Now the first one, so sigma z, I will write the equation here. So the equation, so sigma z is equal to, okay, sigma z is equal to, okay, let us take the form which is already written here. Sigma z is equal to q divided by z square into ib. Okay, so sigma z a I will consider now. Sigma z a I am going to consider, right? So now sigma z a we are considering. So there are three loads, obviously it will come into picture. So 64 is there, 15 as well as 21. Okay, 64 divided by the depth is 1 square. Okay, into ib we have to consider. This is very much important. Okay, ib we have to consider. Ib on what basis it is there? So on r by z value it will vary. Okay, r by z. So we will consider the r by z here. Okay, so first one, as we are talking about a only. Okay, as we are talking about a only, r is equal to 0. Okay, so as we see, okay, from 15 kilonewton or from 15 kilonewton, r will be equal to what, 1.5 meter, right? Right, so this is nothing but what, spacing also I will mention here, 1.5, 1.5, right? And the third point from 21 kilonewton, if you see, so the r value is going to be 3 meter, right? So from a point, we are taking from a point. So z remains same, so z is nothing but what, 1 only. Okay, so since Now r by z value is equal to, so z value is equal to 1 meter. So because it is mentioned that 1 meter below the surface, okay. So r by z, so r by z is nothing but what now for this condition? R by z is equal to 0 for the first one. Similarly, r by z value is equal to 1.5, and the third one r by z is equal to 3, right? So these three values we have to refer now, okay, before taking the Bose-Einstein influence factor. So first, it is nothing but we have to see r by z is equal to 0. R by z is equal to 0 means this value we have to pick. So 0.4775. So this one plus, okay, plus the second value is going to be 15 divided by 1 square into, okay. So the value is 1.5, 1.5. So 1.5 means this value we have to refer. So which is nothing but 0.0257, right? Plus the last value is 21 divided by 1 square into, okay. So the r by z value is 3 here. R by z value is 3. So this value 0.0015 we have to refer. So 0.0015, okay, 0.0015. If we solve, okay, if we solve this one using the calculator, we will get we will get the value as 30.98, okay, 30.98. I will write somewhere here, okay, 30.98, okay, 30.98 kilonewton per meter square, kilonewton per meter square, kilonewton per meter square, 30.98 kilonewton per meter square. So this is the final answer for the first condition. So that is nothing but what? Sigma ZA. Okay. Now we will further move to the next condition, right? We will check now. So just wait here. So we will take now sigma ZB. Try to remember all the steps that we have taken. Okay. So now we will have, yes, so this is nothing but what? Sigma ZB I have to make, okay, sigma ZB I have to make, right? So sigma ZB I will take. So sigma ZB is nothing but what? 64 divided by 1 square. So again there are three influences. So the 64 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton as well as 21 kilonewton. Now this value R is equal to, okay, from this is going to be changing, okay, it is nothing but what? 1.5, this will be 0, this will be 1.5, right? So this will be 1.5, this will be 0, because we are talking about the point B only, okay, radial distance will be 0 itself, and this is going to be again 1.5. Now R by Z values will be R by Z values will be, first one it is 1.5, second one it is going to be 0, okay, it is going to be 0, and third value is going to be again 1.5, okay, 1.5. So whatever the load we are taking, for example B we are taking, the R value is going to be 0 for that, okay. So that likewise you have to consider. So 64 in divided by 1 square into Bose-Einstein influence factor we have to select now for this condition. For the first one 1.5 is there, so 0.0257 we have to consider, plus, okay, plus, so 15 divided by 1 square into, so again 0 we have to consider, okay, 0 for the second one, so 0.4775, okay. Then the last one is nothing but what? So plus 21, okay, 21 divided by 1 square into, so again 1.5 we have to consider here, so 0.0257, okay, 257, okay. So you refer this one, 64 divided by 1 square into 0.0257, because R by Z is equal to 1.5. So then plus 15 divided by 1 square into 0.4775, since R by Z is equal to 0 for this. So then 21 divided by 1 square into 0.0257, since R value is equal to, R by Z value is equal to 1.5 again, okay. If you simplify, the answer is going to be 9.347. Okay, 9.347. Okay, 9.347 or 9.35 we can take kilonewton per meter square. Kilonewton per meter square. 9.35 or 9.347 kilonewton per meter square. Just verify and check the answer. Okay, check the answer at the end what we are going to get, 9.347 or not. Okay, now further the last condition it is still remaining now. Okay, so there is sigma zc we have to calculate in the similar fashion. Okay, let us see now. Okay, now when we take up the r value for this particular condition. Okay, so now just see here. So since we are talking about sigma z c, okay, sigma z c, okay, so sigma z c, r value is going to be here from this 3 meter. Okay, from b it is 1.5 meter spaced apart, and for from c itself it is r is equal to 0. So similarly r by z values, r by z values, okay, so which is going to be 3 for the first one, the second one it is 1.5, and the third one is going to be 0. Okay, so 3, 1.5 and 0. Now if we take these Bose-Einstein influence factors, okay, from the table, okay, corresponding Bose-Einstein influence factors from this table, so 64 divided by 1 square into r by z is equal to 3. So 3 is nothing but what, 0.0015 plus, okay, so that is 15 divided by 1 square into, so the r by z value is 1.5, 1.5 in the sense 0.0257, right, plus, so the last one is 21 divided by 1 square, okay, 1 square into, so the corresponding value of r by z is 0, okay, r by z is 0, so 0.4775, okay, 0.4775. So if you uh, simplify, okay, the answer is going to be 10.51 kilonewton per meter square, 10.51 kilonewton per meter square. So this is nothing but sigma zc, okay, sigma zc. So this completes first case, okay, case 1. So that is nothing but calculate the resultant stress produced by these loads on a horizontal plane 1 meter below the surface. So this is completed now. The extension is nothing but what, we have to complete the problem by doing these calculations at midpoint also, at midpoints also. Okay, so again as I said already in the beginning, so point D and E has to be considered for this. Okay, so it is an exercise for you, so you can calculate the answers for those conditions. Okay, calculate the answers for those conditions. So what we have to do is here, let me explain it briefly. Okay, sigma z d and e we have to calculate. Okay, sigma z d and e we have to calculate, right? So for this, two additional points will be coming. So this is nothing but d point and e point we have to consider. E point we have to consider. Okay, so sigma z d if you are taking, sigma z d if you are taking, okay, so sigma z d you are taking, okay, so sigma z d 64 by 1 square is there. Okay, so then I will just write the values. Okay, so just you can verify the answers later. So 64 divided by 1 square into, okay, so I will erase these points also, because simply it will be, you will get confusion, okay, because of these points. Okay, there are 2 points only now, D and E points. So 64 by 1 square into, so the midpoint is nothing but what, 1.5 divided by 2. 1.5 divided by 2 is nothing but 0.07, 0.75, okay, 0.75. 0.75 means this one, so 0.1567 we have to consider, okay. uh, plus second one is nothing but 15 divided by 1 square, so again it will be same, so it is 0.75 only, 0.1567 only we have to consider Bosniak influence factor, plus, okay, plus 21, okay. So 21 is nothing but what, having the distance of, so 1.5 plus 0.75, that is nothing but what, 2.25, okay, 2.25, understood. So 1.5 here, this distance, okay, this distance plus 0.75 we have to add, that is 2.25. So 21 divided by 1 square into, so the corresponding Bosniak influence factor is 0.053, okay, 0.053, and you can simplify and you can find out the answer in kilonewton per meter square, kilonewton per meter square. Similarly, at a D point, okay, at a D point, so what we have to consider at a D point, I will write again. So let us take now E point, okay. So this E point, so 64 divided by 1 square, okay. So the 64 will be lying at a distance of 2.25, okay, 2.25. So we have to consider here it is 0.053 plus then 15 divided by 1 square into, so this will be lying at a distance of 0.75, that is 1.1567, okay, plus last one is 21 divided by 1 square, okay, 21 divided by 1 square. So E, it is nothing but again it is 0.75, okay, 0.75 at a distance of 0.75, okay. So this one and this one we have to consider, okay. So this is nothing but what, 0.1567, okay, 0.1567, right. So similarly you solve this also and find out the answer, express it in terms of kilonewton per meter square, kilonewton per meter square, okay. So like this we can solve, okay, like this we can solve the this particular problem when it is given this particular form, sigma z is equal to q divided by z square into ib, this particular form, as well as the table, okay, which is having the Bosniak influence factors are also mentioned in the particular problem. So in this fashion we have to solve the problem, okay. So with this I will wind up today's session. We'll be meeting along with the few topics in the next upcoming session, okay. Thank you.